I'm Eric Parker. This morning on CT22, tax season is now open. This morning, we're talking with the Commissioner of Revenue Services, Mark Boughton, about the things you need to know before you file your Connecticut income taxes. And new information out last week reveals a notable rise in the number of calls coming into the state's gambling addiction hotline. Of course, since sports betting started in our state. Are enough resources available for people caught up in gambling? Are enough things happening to help the problem? Executive Director of the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling, Diane Good, is joining us. And in our Sunday Spotlight, Connecticut's Kid Governor, we're learning more about Mackay Etienne Modeste and what he hopes to accomplish during his term in office. It's all ahead this final Sunday in January. CT22 starts right now.
From WFSB, this is CT22 with Eric Parker, sponsored by Hartford Healthcare.
Good morning, and thank you for being with us. It was Ben Franklin who said, in this world, nothing is certain but death and taxes. We didn't want to bum you out too much on a Sunday morning, but our bosses said we couldn't do a whole segment on death, so we're talking taxes. The 2022 tax season opened on the 18th, just about 2 weeks ago. So what do you need to know about filing Connecticut income taxes this year? Mark Boughton is the Commissioner of the Connecticut Department of Revenue Services. He joins us this morning. Commissioner, I know everybody's got to make a tax joke, but it's important stuff. And I know you have some things you want people to know before they file. So what's the best advice you can give?
Yeah, it's this for a lot of people, this is a tough time, but for us, it's the most wonderful time of the year. So at DRS, couple tips just to remind folks about. One is everything has to be done online. We prefer to process your return online. You can use the new portal we have. Go to our website, MyConnectCT, for if you're a corporate tax. Next year, we'll be doing personal income taxes on that. We really want to avoid paper. In fact, we're not even sending out paper to individual tax filers like we used to. Remember, you used to get the big, thick packet in your mail. We don't do that anymore. You still can probably find them at the local library, but we really prefer people to file online. And if you use TurboTax or H&R Block or one of those third-party systems, that links right into our system. So we'll be able to process your return quickly and get you that return as fast as possible. So, you can go on a vacation or something.
There you go. Make a positive spin on it. We've heard some stories with the IRS being backed up on the federal level, just the effects of the pandemic and staff shortages and things like that. How is it with DRS? Are you guys keeping up with the Russia things over there?
We're on top of it, mainly because I'm blessed with a great staff that's working really hard. But we have seen a number of critical retirements of just critical people. But, you're happy for them. You're glad to see that they've achieved this goal in their life, but it does hurt us in being able to get our work done. However, we haven't seen any disruption yet, but we're going to continue to monitor that. I just also want to remind people the filing deadline is April 18th this year because April 15th is Emancipation Day in Washington, D.C. So you actually have till April 18th to do your filing.
So you can start on the 17th at about 5 p.m. Now, that's not the right advice, Commissioner. I know you said to me one of the important things is file early, and that might help prevent fraud, right?
It does. And, we do get a certain amount of returns that are fraudulent. Maybe somebody stole your ID or they stole your identity or whatever, and they'll send it in and try to get a hold of your refund. So we may send something to you called a refund protection letter, where we want to verify that, the check or the money is going to the right spot. Just respond to that. If you have any questions, call us at our offices, and we'll be happy to handle those kinds of concerns. But just be careful with your personal data. I always tell people all the time, just really watch it closely and watch who you use to fill out your returns. If you use a paid preparer, try to go with somebody that's well-known and well-respected in the community. In this case, it's worth it to spend a few extra bucks to get somebody who's a CPA or really knows what they're doing. But all in all, we try to make it seamless as possible for people.
I know it's something, I joked at the beginning, it's something, that's a real downer for people, but obviously this is how our state runs. So when you are looking down on your department and the people who get this, this money is what churns the engine for the state of Connecticut. So people should probably take this responsibility seriously. Do you agree?
No question about it. Look, this money pays for our police officers, our firefighters, our teachers, all the services that Connecticut delivers and that people use throughout our state. So it's really, really important that you pay your taxes. And look, many times we owe you money. So you may want to just, get your check and put it back into the economy. But at the end of the day, this is probably the most important thing that we can do as citizens and residents of our great state. In addition to that, I have one other little plug, but maybe we can wait. But I just want to make a plug for our tax amnesty program that ends Monday night, tomorrow night. And we have done really well, but we're not going to have an amnesty program anytime soon. So take advantage of it if you owe us some money.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, because you have been, before the tax filing season started, you were out there, advertisements and things like that from the department saying if you do owe, now's the time to pay up. How did the program go? And I know there's only a day and a half left, but can people still take advantage of it?
Absolutely. First of all, we've already processed about 35,000 tax returns for this season. And we've only been rolling for about a week now, so you can see how quickly these things come in. But on the amnesty side, we have over 12,000 returns prepared, people that are in dispute or have disputes with us that have resolved the dispute to the tune of about $80 million. We have doubled what the expectation was, and frankly, what I told the governor we would get. So I want to get to 100 by midnight on January 31st. And so how does this work? If you owe us money, if you're in dispute with the state and you just don't want to hire any more lawyers or have any more accountants and have to pay them, go to our website, getrightct.com. That's getrightct.com. File your paperwork. We'll make a deal with you. It's like Monty Hall. I want to get this money off the street so we can hire some more state troopers and firefighters and teachers. And that money we'll be able to save you 75% of the interest that we say you owe us, and I'll waive the penalty. 100%, I'm going to waive the penalty on you if you can get in here by tomorrow night.
You said it exceeded expectations. What do you attribute that to? Do you know why this has worked so well?
Well, let's be honest. We have an excellent commissioner honestly, I think that there was a demand for this program, given the situation with COVID. People went through a really difficult time over the last couple of years, got behind and said, hey, I just want to get my stuff squared away and get right. So we have seen a lot of small returns come in, but I just settled the case for about $3 million 2 days ago. So the fact is that people are taking advantage of it all up and down the spectrum. One thing I will say, we're not going to do this anytime soon. This is your last chance to get your money in and to get right with the state of Connecticut.
And it ends tomorrow night, so you just have a short time to do that. Check out the DRS website if you do want to find out more. And of course, then you have until April 18th, as the commissioner said, to get those tax returns filed for 2022. Mark Boughton, the commissioner of the Connecticut Department of Revenue Services, thank you so much for being with us here on CT 22.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.